a resolution for National Bagel Month. The new own, well, not the new owners, the owners for Bread from Brooklyn will come and accept. Are there any questions?
If we get bagels to go.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
I thought it was Brooklyn bread.
Brooklyn bread.
No, it's Bread from Brooklyn.
Bread from Brooklyn. Okay. Thank you for correcting me.
All the time.
I'll move it.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anything else for administrative efficiency? Motion to close? Adjourn? Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'll call to order finance. First item is the 2017 budget and title reappropriation. Commissioner Ferrari.
President, City Council, what we're looking here in our receipts bureau, we're looking to change what we now call as a principal account clerk to a real estate tax specialist. You know, as we had a promotion from the principal account clerk to junior receipts clerk, we reviewed what the principal account clerk has been done, and it's really the job that is actually being done at the department is different than what the principal account clerk is doing. The job, you know, because now that we're doing foreclosures and tax sales and stuff like that, we looked at that job, and it really takes more of a banking, more real estate, more experience in that form. So this is budget neutral. We're just trying to do is change the title to actually show what that job actually does for principal account.
And with the succession plan budgeting that was done for the 2017 budget, we had already budgeted for 3 of that. Questions? Ms. Porterfield?
Is this a civil service position?
Yes, it was. This position was approved by Civil Service in June 5th of 2007.
Other questions?
I'll move it.
Okay. Second.
My hand was
All
up.
those in favor? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
So the position is currently vacant?
Right now it's
Right now it's vacant.
That's correct.
Okay, so will we, I mean, what, is there a
Yeah,
hiring?
we want to post it as a real with the new job descriptions
Okay.
instead of the old job descriptions. Get a person who fit more into it. Okay. Anything else?
Hand down.
Hand down.
Okay. So we'll go with Mr. Gutierrez moving it, Ms. Lewis seconding it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And next, we're on to the agreement for the Northeast Regional Council of Carpenters and the City of Schenectady. See, Mr. Mayor McCarthy is in attendance, so you'll be covering
No,
that?
I'll cover that for the
Okay,
yeah.
very good.
The city administration and the Northeastern Regional Council of Carpenters have done negotiations. The negotiations have been approved on both sides, and I think what attached is the agreement of the carpenters. You guys want give you a little rundown of what they did. You guys are good?
It's in the executive session.
Okay, that's very cool. Okay.
Just because it wasn't, I didn't want to make it public until we were ready to accept it as is. I didn't know if there would be any negotiations or changes.
Okay.
It's the first page of the executive session.
So we're seeing a 1.5% increase.
1.5 years, that is correct.
Questions?
I'll move this.
All those in favor?
Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Anything else to come before finance this evening? By Mr. Ruth Barron, seconded by Ms. Lewis. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Okay, call to order Health and Recreation. There's one item on the agenda for the Schenectady Municipal Golf Course construction. Mr. Nelson.
Yes, luckily Chris is on vacation. Yeah, we all look at that luxury. I'm before the council to present and recommend that you guys enter into contract with XGD Systems or TDI Golf. We did have a formal bidding process that was on BidNet and on our counter. It came in actually below our engineer's estimate. If you have any questions, this is kind of a more refined iteration of what we did last year. This, we actually broke the bid from last year into much more technical specifications for this one project. It's going to be redoing 3 golf tee boxes on 3 different holes, hole number 3, 15, 17, and then also the creation of a new practice green closer in proximity to the clubhouse, so that during the starters' time, you can actually see who's there, and they can also see when people are up to increase efficiency.
Questions? Plaza.
I see that the bidders come from Florida and Missouri. I assume this is
It's
very
highly specific, highly specified.
Yeah. And have they done work for us before?
None of these companies have, but they've worked with our consultants who have,
Sure.
and they become highly.
Sure.
Other questions?
I'm sorry.
You left your hands up.
Of the false missiles.
Yes, I was just looking at time frames this to be done this year.
Yes, it'll. We're hoping to start August 1st. Barring no hiccups. The whole process should be done. We're hoping mid-September.
It's always so interesting to me the huge difference in the amount of bids. I mean, 402, well, 403 versus 708.
Right.
Like,
This one, the second bidders who were here, our consultant did reach out to them and ask them about their bid, and they just said that they were very, I mean, ever since the 2008 recession, golf courses have been slowly coming back, and now we're back at the pinnacle of golf course reconstruction. So a lot of these companies are have very full plate. Coming in late in the season, we're hoping to go out earlier. There were some hiccups with bid and everything else, so we had to wait this time to go out. So we weren't able to catch the early bids, so some of these companies are already signed on to other golf courses. So they weren't able to be as competitive as we'd like. But as I said, our engineer's estimate was about 500,000, so it actually came in slightly under, which is
How is this going to impact? Are we going to be maintaining
all holes will be open. There's going to be 3 temporary tees on those 3 holes that I mentioned, 3, 17, and 15. We've been working in close conjunction with Matt Daly, the golf pro, and Mike Sesney, the groundskeeper, golf course superintendent, and we have made plans accordingly so that everybody is safe and like.
Great.
Yes. Everyone seemed to be very excited about the work earlier this year on hole 2 and 3. We'll do this and make it work later.
Other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move this. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, is there anything else to come before Health and Recreation? Ms. Rush?
I just want to give kudos on the bike.
Thank you.
The other night, you did a great job. It was very informative. And
Thank you. Yes,
had a great turnout, so it was a lot
Yes.
of public input.
Everybody seemed very excited, and even the couple negative feedback that I heard at the beginning, we actually were able to change those opinions. Everybody seemed to be very favorable, which is good.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Did you close?
I move the adjourn.
Yeah, but I asked, she had one more thing, so.
Oh.
So was it vote to move it? We adjourn.
I move. I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
I'll adjourn.
I want to open up public service utilities, and there's one item underneath it, and that's National Ice Cream Month, and I want to do a ceremonial resolution.
Ice cream.
Ice cream,
Yeah.
So, I recognizing the grandstand and motion. Questions on ice cream?
Oh, I like it.
Say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Moving right along.
Call to order City Development and Planning. And first item is the CDTA bike share presentation.
Yes, we have Laura Bailey with us this evening to come up and tell us about the bike share. So bring your bike over so that the camera has a great view and talk to us about what we're going to be seeing.
Yes, so good evening, everyone. Happy pre-4th of July. Got a great day for bike rides. I'm very happy to be here. Is this a good spot for it? Because everyone can hear me. Sometimes I get soft spoken. I usually get louder as I go. So I'm Lauren Bailey. I'm CDTA's mobility manager, which means I do everything that's not a bus. And one of the programs that I'm working on implementing this summer is CDPHB Cycle, which will be our new bike sharing program in the capital region. Is everyone here familiar with what bike sharing is?
We have people listening at home, so
Sure.
why don't you give us a quick overview?
Happy to. So basically a bike sharing program offers short-term rental bicycles that are located at specific locations around a city, and then it has a service area around that city that you're able to bike anywhere within. So the one we're rolling out is all 4 cities. It's going to be the same bikes in all 4 cities. And the program we're using is through a company called Social Bicycles, which is app-based. So you actually need to have either an app or access the website or call to get an account number and a PIN number to access the bicycles instead of being able to just sort of walk up to a kiosk. So once you get an account number and your PIN, you're able to come up to one of our bicycles, enter it into the computer that's on the back of the bike, so here, and it unlocks the bike. You are able to unlock the bicycle and you're able to ride it. Typically, people use bike sharing for under 3-mile rides or under half an hour, typically quick commutes back and forth. The goal here is to have a program that is for rides that are too long to walk but too short to drive or take transit. So those sort of inner level people usually end up driving, causes parking congestion, that sort of thing. So what bike share is able to do is allow people to bike those distances where it's comfortable, but also make it that you don't have to worry about the bike. You drop it off at a hub, you drop it off, you're done, you don't have to worry about it. And it relieves a lot of the burdens of owning a bike, things like maintenance, cost, all those sorts of things. So for our program, we'll be launching later this month. And the bikes are here, and the racks just showed up. So a couple things that make our system unique. It is a flexible system, so we will have 7 hubs this first year around Schenectady, and that will be expanding by at least twice as many. Our goal is to get to 20, but realistically between 14 and 20 hubs next year. So if you've seen the map and thought, gee, why isn't it in certain locations? These are our pilot locations for kind of a half season this year, from August to November, and then they'll be back April. So, we're hoping to use the data we gather to sort that out. What's great about these locations is you can technically lock the bike to any existing bike rack within the service area, which is very clearly defined on the map. And if you have a smartphone and are using it, you actually get a push notification when you ride out of it and tells you, hey, don't lock the bike out here, you need to bring it back. And it's a $2 fee to lock it anywhere within the system, and it's free to lock it in. So I know that's kind of a weird concept, so I'll stop for questions now before I say anything else, because I want to make sure that everyone kind of knows about the system if you get questions from your constituents or anything like that.
So not to put you on the spot, but do you know the 7 places or hubs off the top of your head that you share? Or?
I will do my best. There's going to be one at Schenectady County Community College. There was going to be one in Veterans Park that was, so the map that's on our website right now is currently outdated. So there's going to be one at Vale Park, one near Union College, one at J and State Street in front of Proctor's, across the street from Proctor's. I already said Schenectady Community College, Riverside Park, and I'm missing the other 2. I'm sorry.
That gives us a good idea.
Yeah, but it's sort of the downtown area. Our goal is to get, up Upper Union Street, kind of more up to the southeast, and obviously West Mohawk Harbor is finished being developed and all the construction is done. We want to make sure we have a location there in and out of town, and make sure that they're in our service area this year's bike to and from it. Other than that, we're really kind of very excited about the Schenectady master plan, bike master plan, to kind of integrate with that as it is being developed. So we're definitely watching that. Very excited to to create better things. And honestly, Schenectady has some of the best bike infrastructure. I was able to ride here almost entirely off the road, and I loved it. So I just want to make sure, all the work that's being done here. I live in Albany, so being able to come here and bike safely is really awesome.
I was just wondering, you said there was a $2 fee, lock it up, what's the fee? Do you have does it range? How's the charge?
Yep, so it's going to be public hopefully later this week. We're hoping to get our website launched before we start telling piecemeal what the fares are. But there will be an hourly rate, and then also you will be able to get a monthly or an annual membership, and then you get a certain amount of free ride time a day. So you basically, say for example, you're riding and your commute is 20 minutes each way. It's going to be 60 minutes per day. So you have to, we'll have another 20 minutes of ride time. So say you want to ride somewhere else. You use up your 60 minutes and it goes back to being the hour.
Thank you. Are people going to be required to wear helmets in order to use these bikes?
Sure. Legally, New York State is this will be above the 18 system, and you don't have to ride a helmet over 16. We're hoping to encourage people to use them. Helmet giveaways along with the program, but you obligated to bring them. Anyone else?
That's one more clarifying question. You said there's a fee when you lock it up outside of the hub.
Mm-hmm.
Does the program come and collect the bike then?
Yes.
Okay.
So we will have Social Bicycles, which is our vendor. We'll have a Capital Region team of an operations manager and fleet techs. Also, we're hiring fleet techs. If you know any bike tinkerers, please send them my way. And they will be on the ground. It's called rebalancing. So basically, they go out, they look at the bikes, they say, oh shoot, these are in the wrong spot, or maybe everyone's ridden down a hill and they're all at the bottom, they drop back up. They get a big box truck, they get the bikes, they bring them back to the location so they're all easily spread out again. But what's kind of nice too is if you find a bike outside of the hub, you get $1 off your ride to ride it back, or you get $1 credit on your account. So we hope that people will rebalance them themselves, but we do have a staff that will be kind of watching the traffic patterns and making sure that everything's back where it belongs for the ride. So my last pitch for everyone, if anyone else have any more questions?
No?
Great. It's really just that we are on social media. If you are on social media, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CPHP Cycle. The exclamation point is mandatory. And we do stay tuned for our launch of our website, which will be cdphpcycle.com. And once that is up, you'll be able to register for your memberships, find out more about our launch date, find out cool different swag we're giving out. We have slap bracelets for anybody who was obsessed with those in the 90s. I know I definitely cut my wrist up a number of those. We have those. They're reflectives. They're safety. And we're going to be giving out some helmets and as well as some beach balls and some other fun stuff along with having the bikes be available in under a month. And if you want a demo, I can do a demo of how it works, but I know that everyone probably wants to get out of here. So I'm just going to do it quick to move the bike. So what I'm doing here is putting the number in the back, and it connects to the system. All the bikes have 3G compatibility as well as GPS, so this back end of the system knows where the bikes are at all times. And then you have your proprietary pin. It unlocks. You have a big heavy U-lock. Once it unlocks, you can slide it right in the holster on the side. And the screen actually shows the duration you've been on your bike so you can track it, how far you've gone, and how much it's going to cost you. So if you're riding, you can, I'll go for another half an hour. You can check yourself right away instead of having to guesstimate, which is something that we have on City Bike. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Right home.
Yes.
And where did you ride from?
This is Schenectady CDTA on Nelson. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just 2 miles.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Of course.
Next item is a zoning change request, Maxim Road, Mr. Eatman.
Good evening, Council President, Council members. You have before you a zoning change request by the Department of Development for 4 parcels at 1903 Maxim Road. The request is being made to allow future development zoning designation properties. Current zoning for the properties is M1 light manufacturing and warehouse district, and M2 manufacturing warehouse district. The proposed zoning is C3 waterfront mixed use.
Questions? Comment? So we are changing it from an M to a C3. Yep. Go ahead, Miss.
These are currently for unoccupied parcels?
Oh, sorry.
As you head out Maxon Road, the warehouse, that Water's Edge has the LED screen on now. If you head out that way, it's on the left-hand side, so it's along the riverbank. They have those cement barriers. They've been doing some things of that nature. So it's across from Benchmark.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Miss. Follow me.
How does this go with the zoning study that's going on just down the road? Is it part of that study or not? I don't think it is, but I just wanted to make sure. Get back to you.
Any other question? I have a motion. Second, all in favor? Aye.
So this is just to hold a public hearing, though, right?
Public? No. No.
It says recommendation.
Yeah.
So it's recommendation.
Oh, so it should have been under public.
We got to redo that? Yes.
If you think we need to. Okay.
So motion, public hearing, call for public hearing.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item is a ceremonial resolution, National Night Out. Which is not here. Every year, the first Tuesday of August, we recognize as National Night Out at the Neighborhood Watch Association, and this year we are recognizing them with a ceremonial resolution, recognizing all the work that they're doing in our community.
Do you know if Mr. Kosher has someone to accept this resolution?
I think this will be delivered at the Woodland Park after
Yes.
ceremony. Are you trying to be like him? Go ahead, Ms. Porfield.
Okay, I'm just a little bit confused because there's a proclamation in there and it says that we're doing a ceremony resolution, so I think
I reached out to Mr. Kosher and I said, you want a ceremonial resolution in addition to the proclamation. I think it's just to work off the wording,
Yeah.
but obviously the proclamation is for the mayor to, under the mayor's purview, not under ours. So he's asking in addition to that to have a ceremonial resolution.
because here it says see attached proclamation, so it's not clear.
No, I did, I reached out to him today for clarification and he said, yes, one in
So
addition to the
In
proclamation.
addition to the proclamation.
This is a draft of the word that will be used until the resolution.
In that case,
Second, all in favor?
aye.
Thank you. Next item is a revocable permit number 620, the West Hot Road Development, LLC.
Yeah.
You're back here. Huh? All right,
So this is just to, for your approval, to issue a revocable permit, as you said, 620, to the northeast property along the Erie Knott Roundabout. Is for a Donuts Capital Bank sign. It has already gotten zoning approval and the variances that it needs. Attached in the background information is the plan of where it's going, as well as their certificate of insurance. Questions?
Questions?
No, bad.
Move it. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Next item is authorization apply for a New York State Climate Smart Community Grant.
As I don't see him here, I guess I did do that as well. That's actually what I ran out of here for, was just to make sure I got it paid for it. Yeah, I wasn't going to go too far. So this was just to authorize the mayor, his designee, to apply for the Climate Smart Communities Grant. It is a grant put on by, I believe, NYSERDA. It is for the city to create a sustainability and planning committee that will assess various vulnerabilities throughout the city. Different types of things that they'll be looking for is energy infrastructure, urban heat centers, food deserts, organic waste, as well as a greenhouse gas emissions inventory, and looking for ways to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. Critical infrastructure that will be assessed for energy, food, transit, natural and cultural assets.
And this is $28,000 grant.
Correct. It is a 50-50 match, or 50% in-kind subsidy.
And that was provided by the staff.
Correct.
Questions?
Regarding that, the in-kind match that's provided by the staff, do you know what actually they would be requesting the city staff as part of this?
I believe it is it's mainly going to be under Eric Shannon's purview. He also has been, we've done a previous Cleaner Greener Community Grant, which was awarded for the charging stations and vehicles. And part of that, we did create a vehicle inventory sheet where he now has access to fueling records and also vehicles, so he can correspond to see how much each vehicle is taking in fuel, what type of maintenance it can do. I believe it's mainly his time that will be taken up, as well as maybe Joe Triano, the vehicle fleet maintenance supervisor, just because it's vehicle fleets that are really the biggest ones, greenhouse gas emissions.
Any other questions? Yes, sir. Have a motion? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Next item is a review of ceremonial street renaming Hamilton Street.
Just a placeholder for the public hearing. Yes, we have a public hearing coming up on Monday, so it's just to remind everybody that.
Okay, so public hearing is
coming up.
next Monday.
Yep.
Okay. Items 7 through 14 will be taken into a executive session.
Yep.
All right.
Motion to go into executive.
Motion to go into executive session. Second, all in favor? Aye, thank you. Executive session.